Evelyn Carter, the youngest female tech billionaire in the U.S., was on her private yacht off the coast of Maine when a sudden explosion threw her into the water. No one knows how long she was unconscious before the crew pulled her from the waves, barely beating, lungs flooded. When she arrived at St. Jude's Neurocare Center, the prognosis was bleak. A traumatic brain injury had left her in a deep coma. Doctors shook their heads. Headlines blared, "Heiress in coma after yacht explosion, doctors say unlikely to wake." Family came and went. Her mother wept by her side for weeks. Her fiancé stayed for a month, then quietly vanished. Visitors slowed, then stopped. Nurses began to rotate. Faces changed, but one man remained. Dr. Adrian Wells. He was just 29. A new neurologist with a scholarship background, a relentless work ethic, and too much heart for his own good. He wasn't assigned to Evelyn's case, not officially, but something in her stillness moved him. It wasn't the name, it wasn't the money, it was the loneliness. "Talk to her," the head nurse had said half-jokingly. "They say coma patients can still hear you." And he did. Every day, he'd sit beside her after hours. "Hey Evelyn, it's Adrian again. Crazy shift today. He talked about his life. His struggles, his immigrant father who worked jobs as little sister with cerebral palsy, his dreams of writing a novel someday. He brought her books, played jazz, brushed her hair when the aides were too rushed, even placed a fresh flower on her bedside each Friday. The other doctors mocked him. You're wasting time on a lost cause. It's been 14 months. Adrian let go, but he couldn't. He'd read research on neuroplasticity at night. He kept hope alive in a world that had gone cold. 3 years passed, then 4, and Evelyn's eyelids finally fluttered. It was just a twitch at first. Then a groan. A movement of the fingers, and finally on a quiet Tuesday morning she opened her eyes. Where am I? Adrian dropped the chart in his hand. The silence in the room cracked like glass. You're awake. His voice trembled. He called the staff, the family, the press. But Evelyn's gaze never left his face. Confused, weak, but searching. The hospital exploded with attention. News vans outside, cameras clicking. Everyone had come running. After years of silence, her mother arrived crying. Her estranged sister flew in from London. The ex-fiancé made a statement. Her company's board called for meetings, but none of them had been there. Only Adrian had stayed. And Evelyn remembered that voice. The soft stories, the poems, the music. Recovery was grueling. Her body had weakened. She had to relearn basic motor skills: eating, sitting, walking. Frustration clawed at her, but Adrian was always there. One evening, during physical therapy, she broke down. I don't know who I am anymore. Adrian, I missed 4 years. I missed everything. He knelt beside her, eyes kind. No, Evelyn, you survived. That's everything. She began to smile more. Asked questions. Reached for his hand when no one was looking. And when she learned the truth that her fiancé had married her assistant, that the company had tried to declare her legally dead, that even her childhood best friend had moved on, she quietly asked the nurse, who visited me. The answer made her go silent for a long time. Only Adrian. Every day. For 4 years, as her strength returned, Evelyn began to open up. She told Adrian about her childhood, how her father taught her to code before he taught her to read, how she built her first app at 13, how pressure crushed her joy, how success cost her sleep. Adrian shared, too, about the patient he lost to a stroke, his late mother's soft lullabies, how he never really believed in miracles until her. One night, under the soft glow of the bedside lamp, she whispered, why did you do all this? For me, he looked into her eyes, because I believed you were still in there, and because no one should be forgotten. They grew inseparable. He brought her lavender tea. She made him playlists. They laughed. They cried. They healed together. But when she was discharged and cleared to return to her company, Evelyn stood in the hospital's garden, her hands shaking. I don't know if I'm ready to go back to being her, she whispered. The Evelyn Carter they all remember. She was cold, distant, ruthless. Adrian took her hand gently. Then go back as the Evelyn who feels. The one who listens. The one who is strong enough to return. Back in the world, Evelyn shocked everyone. She declined to reclaim her CEO title immediately. Instead, she returned quietly, meeting staff personally, creating a foundation for long-term coma care. She publicly credited her survival, not just to medicine, but to compassion. She renamed St. Jude's Neurocare Wing after Adrian. When reporters asked if she was in a relationship, she paused thoughtfully, then smiled. I'm learning to love someone who already gave me the greatest gift. 6 months later, they stood beneath cherry blossoms at a quiet park in Maine. It was her idea to return where it all began. Asterisk Evelyn handed him a small notebook. His novel, finished, bound, printed, dedicated to her. To the woman who slept through the storm, but woke with the sunrise. And showed me how to hope. She looked up, tears in her eyes. I never knew love could be this quiet. This powerful. Thank you for not giving up on me. He kissed her forehead. Thank you for waking up. Asterisk love isn't always born in fireworks. Sometimes it grows in silence, in waiting, in soft persistence when everyone else has walked away. Asterisk compassion has the power to bring life. And when the world stops believing, one heart, refusing to give up, can become the miracle. The end. Asterisk spoken. Length, approximately 44 minutes. Asterisk tone. Heartfelt, global, inspiring, emotionally grounded.